All right, so I'm gonna go over the rules of this game that I invented called Worldview. So hopefully the name of the game will make sense after I explain the rules and how it's played and all that. So what you're gonna need this can be either individuals or a team game. So you need at least two people to be able to play it, or two teams. But keep in mind, the more people you add or more teams you add, the more complicated and harder it's going to be to win. So it's up to you. I mean, you can play with however many people you want. Just keep that in mind. You can't play it solo. That's the main thing. So for this example, I'm gonna use 4 teams or 4 individuals as the example. So there's only going to be me in this video explaining it, but I'm going to do my best to kind of show what I mean with the puzzles, and hopefully it'll make sense. So first thing you're going to want to do, sort of like white elephant, when you come up with numbers written on pieces of paper, and then you shuffle them secretly and hand them to each either individual or each team leader, however you want to do it. So either or. So if you're doing teams, give it to the team leader. If you're playing with individuals, give it to each person. But each number is associated with a specific individual puzzle. So for this example, like I said, I have 4 people playing. So there's 4 numbers and there's 4 puzzles assigned to each of those numbers. So I wrote on the puzzle lid box, so hopefully you can see it, that says 1. I'm trying to make sure I can show it in the camera. This one says 3. This one shows 2. And this one is 4. So only the individual person or the team leaders are going to know what puzzle they're going to have. And it's going to be confidential. You got to keep that a secret to everybody within. You can tell your teammates. So if, say, example, I get number 3, everybody within that team can know that you're working on number 3, but don't tell any other team that's what the goal, that you're doing. You're trying to keep that a secret until the end. So what you're going to say is, the rules of this game, at least the ones that are assumed, are the first team to complete their puzzle wins. So, excuse me, it's not quite as simple as that, because all the puzzle pieces are going to be shuffled in the middle of the board together, randomly. And the only way to know which puzzle you're building is with the lid. The lids will be public knowledge to everybody in the room, so everybody will be able to see that. And your body language, like when you're looking at the puzzle, might give that away to people. So it's kind of like poker in that sense. You gotta try and keep what you're doing a secret until the end as much as you can. But everybody's gonna be focused on what they're doing, so hopefully they won't catch on too much. So anyway, the secret rule that nobody officially knows yet. So once the game starts playing and everybody's in building your puzzle mode, there's going to be a second set of rules that'll come along. I'll explain that in a minute. But before I get to that, the actual puzzle that you have to build to win, there is a duplicate of. So number 1 is the actual puzzle that you need to build in order to win, which there will be 4 copies, because 4 people playing or 4 teams playing, there'll be enough puzzles for theoretically anybody that wants to build number 1 to win can. So the pile will be actually 4 times bigger than, so that will be kind of a hint that something's up. You have to build the right one in order to win. So the other thing is, okay, so while everybody's building their puzzles, I'll be going around. I'm also the person that's explaining the rules. I can participate in the game, but I don't have to. So if I choose not to, and I'm just giving the rules, then I'll be playing the role of, I'm gonna say God just for the analogy's sake, and then I'll use my wife to play the role of the devil for the analogy's sake. So what I'm going to be doing secretly is whispering in everybody's individual team leader's ear, or each individual's. I might choose to do one or both. Doesn't really matter. But either whatever I choose, I'm going to be whispering into that person's ear that you have to actually build number one in order to win the rules. So that's not the official announced way to win, but it will be told secretly to everybody, so nobody will have an excuse that they don't know, because everybody will have that secretly told to them, even though it's not officially announced publicly. So it'll be trade secret knowledge, to say. And then my wife, who's playing the role of the devil, she'll be doing the same thing that I'm doing. She'll be whispering in each person's ear, except the key thing, she won't be telling people the true puzzle rule. She'll be saying different things to different people. So she might whisper to one person that you have to build number 4 to win, which isn't true, but that's what. So it gives people the option to believe her instead of me. She might tell another team member or team leader, that number 2 is the right one. She'll tell different things to different people, and theoretically, if people talk to each other, they might be able to figure out, hey, something's up. This is what she's saying isn't coordinating with, there's not multiple copies of number 4, so how are you expected to build number 4 if you don't, Anyway, so there's ways to figure out the truth of the matter publicly, but since the stated rules are assumed that based on the traditional way of building a puzzle, so you kind of have to know the right secret rule about this one to win, like I said, reiterating. So yeah, that's basically everything. I think I covered it all. So to kind of reiterate, to win, build this puzzle. There's enough copies in the pile to build it, but that's not the stated rule. The stated rule is each team is supposed to build their team secret puzzle, which is written on the number associated with what the puzzle says. So the official stated rule is build your team's puzzle in order to win. So hopefully that makes sense, and you guys can actually start playing now. So.